We've got some interesting GTA 6 news to talk about today, like the recent Trademark registered, behind the scenes of the huge but fake leak, and the interview with Strauss Zelnick. And let's start with the last one. You probably know Connor Mather, better known as the GTA NPC guy. If you've spent any time scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, or Shorts, you've seen him. He's the guy who perfectly mimics real-life GTA NPCs with those hilarious glitchy movements and awkward lines. Well, recently, Connor sat down for an interview with none other than Strauss Zelnick, the CEO of Take-Two Interactive. That's Rockstar's parent company, by the way. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why does this matter? Well, among other topics, they ended up talking about GTA, and more specifically, GTA 6. Here's the part that got everyone's attention. Connor asked Zelnick a pretty straightforward question.
If you could sum up, because obviously you can't speak too much on GTA 6, there's only so much you can say, but if you could sum it up in a few words or one word, what would you say?
And let me tell you, Zelnick's response hit differently.
I would say I think it'll be extraordinary and worth waiting for.
Worth waiting for. I agree.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Of course he's going to say that. He's the CEO of a massive company that owns Rockstar. He's supposed to hype up the game, right? And yeah, you're not wrong. He probably doesn't have the inside scoop like the actual developers working at Rockstar. But here's the thing. This is Strauss Zelnick. The guy's not known for overhyping things or throwing around empty words. If he's saying GTA 6 is extraordinary and worth waiting for, you can't help but feel a bit of reassurance, you know? Like, these are strong words coming from the top of Take-Two, and they align with what we've been hearing for a while now, that GTA 6 is going to be a game changer. At the end of the day, we've been waiting over a decade for this game, and when I hear someone like Zelnick, who's at the center of it all, confidently say it's worth the wait, it gives me hope. It's like confirmation that Rockstar isn't cutting corners, and that they're going all in to make this game as good as we've all been imagining. We already know GTA 6 is going to be huge. The trailer smashed records, the hype is insane, and Rockstar clearly knows how high the expectations are. So hearing extraordinary from someone like Zelnick, yeah, I think this wait might actually be worth it. Now, here's something that I think a lot of people either don't know or don't fully realize about Rockstar and Take-Two's history. Unlike what some might think, Take-Two Interactive didn't just buy Rockstar Games when they were already this massive, unstoppable studio. Their partnership actually goes back to the late 90s, and back then, things looked a whole lot different. To give you some perspective, let's hear it straight from Zelnick himself, where he talks about how it all started.
The team has been at it for quite a while, and when we started, I'm not sure we were in the top 10 or even 20. We're a pretty small company, and we had one franchise, Grand Theft Auto, and apart from that, really no other properties that mattered, and the company was in trouble in an array of ways. So we spent the first couple of years fixing things, diversifying the product line, and creating a bunch of other franchises that have now built the company up so it stands for Grand Theft Auto, thankfully, and also Red Dead Redemption and other huge brands like Borderlands, BioShock, Civilization, NBA 2K, WWE 2K, and the list goes on, as well as a bunch of big mobile properties.
So, as you just heard, Take-Two has been working with Rockstar since the late 90s, a time when neither company was anywhere near where they are today. Back then, Grand Theft Auto was Rockstar's only major franchise, and even then, it wasn't yet the cultural phenomenon it would eventually become. Take-Two itself wasn't the huge company it is now either. Zelnick straight up said the company was in trouble, far from the top of the gaming industry. It's crazy to think about because we're so used to seeing Take-Two and Rockstar at the absolute top of the food chain. But back then, it was all about surviving, rebuilding, and growing. And let's talk about something really important that Zelnick said about the GTA franchise. This isn't just about GTA 6, it's about why Rockstar takes their time and why every game they release ends up being a massive success.
Unlike many of our competitors, every one of our releases inside a franchise has done better than the prior release. And this has been true for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And in most instances, that isn't the case in the video game business. In most cases, you'll see a steady decline release after release, but that isn't the case with us because we take our time and we really focus on presenting something to the audience that they just haven't seen before.
And you know what? He's absolutely right. Every single GTA game has been better than the last in so many ways. Whether it's the story, the gameplay, the scale of the world, or the technical leaps Rockstar makes every time. This approach has worked perfectly, not just for Rockstar as a company, but also for us as players. And yeah, I get it. We've been waiting over 10 years for GTA 6 and it's been a long time, but when you think about what Zelnick said, it makes sense. Rockstar isn't rushing this. They're not not just trying to pump out another sequel to cash in. They're focused on making something better. And let's be real here. Beating GTA 5 is no small task. 5 isn't just a good game. It's one of the best games ever made. It sold hundreds of millions of copies and made billions of dollars. The bar is set ridiculously high. For Rockstar to top that, they need to go all in, take their time, and deliver something we've truly never seen before. That's exactly what Zelnick was talking about. They want every release to outdo the last one, and that's not easy in a series like GTA. But Rockstar has done it before, time and time again, so I think it's fair to trust the process. Now, there's a lot more to this interview. Zelnick touched on some really interesting stuff, not just about GTA, but the gaming industry as a whole. But since this video is mainly about GTA 6, I'm not going to cover all of it here. If you want to watch the full interview, I've dropped the link in the description. And I also highly recommend checking out Cyberboy's recent video where he breaks down all the most interesting topics, especially the stuff that matters to us as GTA fans. You'll find that link in the description too. Alright, so you've probably seen the recent GTA 6 fake leak footage made by Long Time. It looked so real that I was ready to break it down, analyze every single detail, and join the detective squad. I mean, I was 99% sure it was real, but then, about 30 minutes later, he came out and admitted it was a fake, and honestly, I was in complete shock. Now here's the interesting part. LLT didn't just make the footage for attention. He recently shared some new inside info about the whole thing, as well as some behind-the-scenes screenshots. One user said to him, "Next time don't make a clip and immediately say it's fake. Give the internet time for some detective work." And Long Time's response was pretty thoughtful. He said, "I understand why people say that, but the leak was mainly for the mapping community bubble. I went the Twitter route, so it was more believable when it was posted there. When Dupsor got on for the first time in months and was about to start mapping the location I made up, I decided I didn't want people wasting a bunch of time mapping the buildings and spending time documenting the CCTV stuff. You know, for context, Dupsor is a well-known member of the GTA mapping community who's been piecing together the GTA 6 map based on leaks and trailer footage. LLT realized that letting people like Dupsor spend hours analyzing something fake would have been a massive waste of time. And now let's get into the behind-the-scenes stuff he shared, because it's pretty impressive. First up, we got a couple of screenshots of an early version of the footage. It's a much simpler build compared to the final video, with fewer details and less going on. It really shows how much work he put in over time to get that final polished look. Then he shared a comparison shot of the real-life building he used as a reference to create his 3D model. And let me tell you, the guy has talent, serious talent. His skill isn't just in modeling, but in texturing too. For example, he said he made a lot of the textures himself, including a crevice texture similar to what Rockstar uses all over GTA 5 and RDR2. Then there's this manhole cover he created fully procedurally in Substance Designer. He even posted close-ups of the manhole texture, and it's insane. It's not an actual 3D model. It's a parallax texture that imitates depth while still being completely flat. For those who don't know, that's the same method Rockstar uses to make flat surfaces look more detailed and realistic. He also revealed that the entire video was just an illusion. He didn't create a huge map or an entire open world. Nope, he built a small area, just a tiny portion of a map, specifically for the purpose of making it look like part of a massive GTA 6 world. And you know what? I'm not even mad at him for it. After seeing everything he shared, it's clear that LLT isn't just some random troll. He's genuinely passionate about what he does. He even said, "I want to be a material artist for sure. I love that shit." And honestly, Rockstar, if you're listening, it's time to hire this guy. The skills he showed with this fake leak, his modeling, his texturing, and his understanding of how to create realistic environments are on a level that could easily belong in a Rockstar project. But there's more, because another big news is that Rockstar has officially registered the GTA 6 trademark in Brazil. So what does this mean? Let me break it down for you. First off, the registered process number includes some interesting details. To clarify, Rockstar Games filed the trademark request back in 2023, and it was officially registered in 2024. The validity of the trademark also began this year, as shown in the documents. We can see the exact request date and validity start date in the images provided. One notable thing is that the game logo is featured in black and white. This doesn't necessarily mean anything significant, since it's just a standard logo format for registration purposes. There's also another version of the logo in a slightly different style, but again, both are black and white without any color. seller. Another very interesting detail we noticed in the documents is the descriptions included in the registration. These descriptions outline what the trademark covers, which is primarily to protect Rockstar's rights in Brazil. It ensures that Rockstar can use the GTA 6 trademark officially in the country and defend it against any potential infringements. For example, the trademark includes categories like clothing, hats, and footwear. Basically, it gives Rockstar the ability to sell or import merchandise into Brazil, like clothing, hats, and other items from their store. Right now, it's not possible to buy merchandise directly from Rockstar's website and ship it to Brazil, but with this registration, that could change in the future. However, this doesn't mean Rockstar will start importing these products right away. It just gives them the option to do so. But if someone tries to sell fake products using the GTA 6 name or Rockstar branding, Rockstar can take legal action to have those items removed from the market, and this applies to both physical stores and online shops. Beyond merchandise, the trademark also covers several other categories like software, digital downloads, printed materials, manuals, entertainment services, and more. Of course, many people started asking, what does this trademark registration mean for GTA 6? Does it hint at Trailer 2? The answer is absolutely not. As I explained earlier, this is simply a routine trademark registration. It's Rockstar securing their rights to use the GTA 6 name in Brazil, sell official merchandise, and protect the brand from unauthorized use. That's all. Switching gears to some great news we got recently, GTA 6 has officially won the Game Award for Most Anticipated Game. Now let me remind you, this game isn't even out yet, and we're still about a year or so away from its release. But the hype is so massive that Rockstar Games is already stacking up awards. For those who don't know, the Game Awards is the biggest event in gaming, held every year to celebrate the best games, studios, and creators. While most categories focus on games that came out in 2024, there's one award that looks ahead, the Most Anticipated Game. This year's competition for the award was no joke. GTA 6 beat out some huge upcoming titles, all of which have their own big fan bases and tons of excitement around them. The nominees included Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, Metroid Prime 4, Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds. These are all games that will no doubt be very popular, but let's be real, nothing even comes close to GTA 6 right now. The hype surrounding this game is on an entirely different level. Here's the thing, GTA 5 was already considered one of the most anticipated games of all time when it launched back in 2013, but now, GTA 6 has taken that hype and cranked it up to a whole new level. You can feel it in the air. Among gamers, the industry, and even Rockstar's parent company, Take-Two Interactive, who've said it themselves. GTA 6's release is shaping up to be the biggest launch of all time. And this isn't the first time the game has won a major award ahead of its release. Just a few weeks ago, it took home the Most Wanted award at the Golden Joystick Awards 2024. And remember, that award is voted on purely by fans, so it says a lot about just how excited the community is for this game. When Rockstar accepted the award for Most Anticipated Game at the Game Awards, a company representative described GTA 6 as absolutely mind-blowing. I don't know about you, but that's exactly what I want to hear. So yeah, let me guys know what you think about the latest news, and to be updated about the upcoming ones, hit that subscribe button and the bell. I'll see you in the next one.